Inside the Earth, Rocks and Minerals. Geography, Episode 1, Interior of the Earth. Hello, welcome to Smart Class with Kritika. A very warm welcome to here. So this is the roadmap. This is what we're going to study in this complete chapter. But we are not covering all of these in just this video. We are going to cover interior of the earth, crust, mantle, and core in this video. So let's have an introduction. Let's have a general talk about the topic before we start describing it in detail. Learning about the interior of the earth, about whatever we are studying in the chapter about detail. Let's have a general talk about it. A short intro about it. So have you ever dug a hole in your backyard? How could you dig? How deep you could dig? Maybe 1 meter, 2 meters, or maybe 3 meters if you really work hard. The deepest mines on the earth are about 3.9 kilometer deep. Okay, so some geologists have dug the earth as deep as 11 kilometer beneath its earth. However, this is just scratching the surface. The earth is approximately 6,400 kilometers from the surface to the center. From the surface, from where we are standing, from that surface to the end, means to the between it of the earth. I mean the deepest point of the earth, right? From the surface to the center, the earth is 6,400 kilometers. Let us learn and understand about the interior of the earth. In this chapter, our earth is dynamic. We know that it is always on the move, that is rotating and revolving motion and constantly changing internally and externally. To know, we need to study the structure of the earth. A detailed study about the interior of the earth has been done by geologists. Let's see. Interior of the earth. So there are multiple sections or layers of the earth. Okay, and their classification is based on their composition, according to which the earth has three layers, namely crust, the mantle, and the core. The geologists have named these three layers as lithosphere, pyrosphere, barosphere. Alright, crust. Now let's talk about this crust in detail. So the crust is the outermost and the thinnest layer of the earth. This is the thinnest and the outermost layer of the earth, and it is usually 35 to 800 kilometer and sometimes 100 kilometer thick. And I have a proof for you. I have a pic to show that why is it thinnest layer of the earth. Wait, just hold for a second. So can you see this? This part. This is the crust. Okay, this is mantle. This is the lower mantle. This is the core, but this is the crust, and you can see this is the thinnest. Width. You can see the width. The width is the thinnest. See, see, it's very thin, and see the gap in this. Its width is so much, and this is completely a ball. Core is completely a ball, and uh, this has much width, but crust is thinnest. All right, but it's thinnest on the basis of Earth. For Earth, it is the thinnest, but for humans, this is not at all thinnest because it is 35 to 80 kilometer deep and sometimes 80, 100 kilometers thick. According to us, like you, if you dig 100 kilometer, then also it's crust. You will be on the level of crust only. Okay, if you dig 35 to 80 kilometer, like if you dig around 80 kilometer, you will still not reach mantle. The crust is 35 to 80 kilometer thick according to the humans. I mean, on the basis of humans. Okay, for humans, this is very thick, but for Earth, this is very thin. Okay, for Earth, on the basis of Earth, as Earth is very big, on the basis of Earth, this is thin, but on the basis of humans, this is quite thick. But uh, mantle is very thick than crust, very thick than crust. On the basis of Earth also, and on the basis of humans also. This is divided into two layers. This crust is divided into two layers, and it consists of the oceanic crust. Sorry, and the lower crust, lower layer of the crust. Okay, it is divided into two layers. That is the lower layer and the upper layer, and the upper layer of the crust is known as the oceanic crust. Okay, one name for it is oceanic crust. One name for it is oceanic crust. Okay, and it consists of darker, denser, and basaltic rocks. Okay, the lower layer of the crust is oceanic crust. It consists of darker, denser basaltic rocks. Rocks are the rocks of the oceanic crust contain silicon and magnesium, and this silicon, okay, this short form for it is Si. This is Si. Okay, the silicon is Si, and magnesium. This magnesium is Mg. This magnesium is Mg, and the silicon is Si. Alright, that is why on the basis of this, see, silicon is Si and magnesium is Mg, so it is known as SEMA. Okay, the oceanic crust is also known as SEMA. How? Because it consists of what? It contains silicon and magnesium, and this silicon and magnesium is Si and Mg. Si plus Mg is SEMA. Okay, the Mg, it is not in the just ignore that G. Okay, sometimes we have to make some changes. Okay, this is equal to simmer. That is why. Okay, the upper layer. Now let's go to the upper layer. The upper layer of the crust. The upper layer of the crust is called the continental crust. It consists of mainly of it consists mainly of granite rocks. Okay, it consists of mainly granite rocks which are lighter color and density. Okay, and the granite rocks are more acidic than okay, the granite rocks are more acidic, and the upper crust is rich in silicon and aluminium. So thus it is known as silicial. Why? Because wait, silicon and yes. So yes, silicon is Si and aluminium is Al. Okay. So, okay, that is why it is Al. Aluminium is Al. Si silicon Si plus Al Cl. Okay, now we have covered the crust. Now let's go for the mantle. Let's study about this. The mantle, as asthenosphere, stretches from about 100 to 250 kilometer below the Earth's surface. So, asthenosphere is what? Asthenosphere is mantle. The other name for mantle, just like for crust is lithosphere, and the mantle, the geological name is asthenosphere. It stretches from, means it is, means how much, uh, I mean how thick it is. Okay, how thick? Okay, so this is 100 to 500 kilometer thick. The core was about 80 kilometer to 100 kilometer, and this mantle is about 100 to 250 kilometer. This is 100 to 50 kilometers, about 35 to 80 or 100, but this is 100 to 250, and that is very much. Okay. For Earth also, this distance is quite thick. Okay, and kilometer below the surface, and the asthenosphere is viscous, partially melted portion in magma form. Here you can find the magma. Okay, here magma is found. Basically, magma comes from mantle. As you can see, the volcano, magma is is in what? In volcano, the lava. So the magma. This is suppose this is a volcano outside. Okay, this is a volcano, and this is out. Alright, on this is present on the lithosphere, that is the crust, upper the crust, and it is like this. Okay, it is like this. Sorry. I mean, here, from the mantle, from the mantle, this comes. The lava comes from the mantle. Okay, the magma comes from the mantle. Okay, and the lower mantle is the one with various minerals. The various minerals are found from the mantle, and the temperature in this zone is 30 degrees Celsius. It's that is why here magma can be found, because 30 degrees Celsius, it's more than fire, more than fire. Okay. And it is semi-solid state, and then and the material found here is magma. Uh, I hope you have understood mantle. Now the mantle is the layer between the core and the crust. Okay. We have okay. This has to be covered after that. Okay, we have to cover that before. Okay, I'm sorry for that. The mantle is the layer between the core and the crust, and it is about 900 kilometer thick. Okay, it stretches from 100 to 250 kilometer, but it's basically 900 kilometer thick, and rocks in this layer are comparatively less dense than the core, and the temperature ranges from 100 to 2200 degrees Celsius. Here was 3000 degrees Celsius. Okay. Okay, this is the lower mantle. Okay. Here this on this part we have studied about the lower mantle. Okay. This is the lower mantle basically. And this is the upper mantle. And the inner part of the mantle is however more dense and rigid. And the upper mantle is called the asthenosphere. The upper mantle is known as the asthenosphere, and the lower mantle, it consists of magma. Magma is in the lower mantle. Lower mantle is more hot. Now let's go for the core as the core topic, fourth and the last topic. Let's study about the last topic now. The core is also known as the barosphere. The geographical name is barosphere. Is the innermost layer of the earth. It is made up of very dense rocks, which are rich in nickel and iron, and its radius is about 3,500 kilometers. Its radius is about 3,500 kilometer. Means this is this much thing. 3,500 kilometer. The radius is 3,500 kilometer. You can see this is just like a fireball. This is basically a fireball. You can just imagine that this is a small sun inside the earth. Okay, this you can see this is it's like a sun inside the earth, a small sun inside the earth, and its radius is about 3,500 kilometer. As this is a complete ball, so this is complete ball. This is complete ball. It is a complete ball. This core is a complete ball, and the core has extremely high temperature. That is why it is radius. It is calculated in radius. And this core has extremely high temperature, varying from 3000 degrees, 3000 degrees Celsius to 6000 degrees Celsius. And thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video. and comment down which topic do you want next, and turn on the bell notification. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification option so that you can get notified whenever the new video gets uploaded.